This animation shows a complex digital structure abruptly collapsing into particles and painstakingly rebuilding from scratch. This represents the primary bottleneck of local AI agents, the context window dump. Every time you modify your code, traditional MLX-based servers systematically discard their key-value cache and force a full recomputation of your entire prompt history. This single constraint degrades response times from a few seconds to over a minute. To bypass this recomputation penalty, developers are using Omlx. It is a highly specialized local inference server engineered exclusively as a drop-in backend for Apple Silicon hardware. Instead of dumping the cache when a prompt prefix shifts slightly, Omlx uses a tiered management system. Active memory blocks are retained in your fast system RAM, while evected blocks are paged out to a cold storage tier on your solid-state drive. When an agent sends a subsequent request, Omlx instantly restores the exact state from the SSD. Eliminating this recomputation step ensures that all past context remains instantly reusable. This keeps the time to first token under a few seconds, even as your conversation grows to fill the entire context window. Before you deploy the server, you have to meet rigid hardware constraints. Omlx exclusively supports Apple Silicon processors, encompassing the M1 through M4 generations. This system properties layout illustrates the equally strict software requirement. Your host machine must run macOS Sequoia 15.0 or newer. The underlying MLX framework leverages modern Metal APIs that are only available in Sequoia. Forcing these strict boundaries guarantees application binary interface stability. That exact ABI alignment ensures the custom Metal kernel extensions process your MLX arrays cleanly, preventing typecaster errors during heavy inference. This terminal layout shows the standard deployment methodology using the Homebrew package manager. The initial step is opening your command line and tapping the repository with brew tap jun./omlx. Next, you execute the installation, but you must append the -with grammar flag to the command. Using this flag bypasses default application size limitations, ensuring the server installs the xgrammar library required to enforce strict structured JSON outputs for your agents. During this installation, you may encounter a specific friction point. The process can hang indefinitely or crash abruptly, reporting a non-zero exit status during the pip tokenizers build phase. This diagram illustrates the technical root cause, a Mach-O header padding limitation inherent to Apple Silicon. Rust-compiled binaries lack sufficient header space. When Homebrew attempts to rewrite the dynamic library pathway to link the software correctly, the new string is simply too large to fit inside the unpadded binary header. If your system falls into this broken state, you cannot just retry the command. You must explicitly purge your local tap cache by executing brew untap force jun.omlx and then force a clean installation. Successfully navigating this package manager deployment compiles the CLI server inside an isolated virtual environment. This keeps your heavy Python dependencies safely walled off from the global host system. Once installed, the server controls its persistent state memory through a local settings JSON file. This file securely serializes your preferences across reboots and actively governs your SSD caching tiers. Inside that configuration file lies a critical validation trap concerning the SSD cache size parameter. This logic flowchart tracks the server startup sequence. If you attempt to disable the cache by manually entering the exact string 0GB, the application interprets the 0 as an invalid threshold for violation. It rejects the command and triggers an unrecoverable crash loop upon startup. To safely operate the cache mechanism, you must replace that string. Define the value as auto or provide a positive integer representation, like 8GB. The server immediately validates the correct string and proceeds to a green online state. Properly defining this threshold prevents the server from computing a 0-byte total memory allocation limit. Getting this single setting right safeguards the entire inference pipeline from catastrophic failure under heavy load. Step 1 for validation is launching the background daemon. In your terminal, type omlx serve and point it to the root directory where you store your MLX format models. This split screen shows your active verification environment. Look at the left side to verify the startup. You want to see the hardware topology logs output correctly, followed by the asynchronous FastAPI process securely binding to port 8000. Now, move to the empty terminal on the right. we need to formulate a standard curl payload to ping the chat completions endpoint. Because Omlx is engineered to act as an exact drop-in replacement for OpenAI clients, standard HTTP protocols apply. You just pass your local port, target a downloaded model, and send a simple chat request. Dispatch the request. The immediate return output provides a choices array containing your generated text, perfectly formatted as a structured JSON response. Shift your focus back to the diagnostic logs streaming on the left side of the screen. Following the completion, you will see a block of usage statistics print out. These specific statistics validate the exact prefill and completion token generation rates occurring across your hardware. It proves the model loader successfully routed your request directly through the continuous batching engine. Completing this terminal handshake gives you definitive proof. The API is active, the formatting is correct, and your Apple Silicon is successfully crunching the Metal hardware computations. This browser mockup displays the built-in React dashboard. For administrators who prefer a visual control surface over terminal commands, navigating to localhost 8000 provides this complete graphical interface. From here, you can dispatch a manual prompt directly into the chat interface to verify operations and watch the model stream its response. The dashboard gives you instant observability over your unified memory pool. You can visually exempt critical models from eviction or assign idle timeouts with zero command line configuration. At this stage, your backend is operational. You command a fully independent inference engine utilizing a tiered memory architecture. This animation represents the final step, taking complex external coding agents like Cursor or OpenClaw and snapping them into your local port. If you are specifically connecting Anthropic's Claude code, you will encounter a pipeline conflict. Anthropic uses legacy attribution logic that directly conflicts with local token counting metrics. If left alone, this mismatch halts the agent pipeline entirely. This code editor layout shows the precise environmental override required. Inside your Claude settings file, you must explicitly inject this flag, setting the attribution header to 0. This manual intervention bypasses the conflicting logic. Resolving that final flag ensures your agent can accurately track its token budget during deep tool execution loops. Now you can run sustained agentic workflows on your own hardware, keeping your proprietary code entirely within your local network.